Hello everybody, Dante's Game Room back with another pickups video. This time it's actually video games. How about that? Dante's Game Room making a video about video games. It doesn't happen very often. At least it's not as much as it used to, at least. Um, this course is going to be a variety of different games. I haven't really discussed it, but I owned a video game store and I put a lot of stuff in storage. Unfortunately, like people broke into the storage and they stole over like $100,000 in like inventory from my video game store. So I've been going back and collecting like personal stuff that I wanted because I no longer have certain games that I've always played and always had. So anyway, enough about that. Me, you know, talking about negative things. Let's talk about positive things. And positive things are picking up new video games, or at least replacing the video games I used to have. So first up is going to be. I actually picked these up from Walmart. I've never had these ones in particular. It's for Xbox One. Looking forward to playing these guys. Immortals, Phoenix Rising. And then I got this one. It was $2.81, and my last FIFA game I have is like from 2012 or 14. So I picked that up, and then I got Grid Legends 1125 for a racing game. I couldn't pass that up, so I even got like a Carroll Shelby's AC Cobra on the front. Looking forward to driving that monster. And then right here we have a set of Dreamcast games because pretty much all the Dreamcast games that I owned are stolen, so having to rebuild that collection. Iron Aces, High Speed World War II, Aerial Combat, Sega Genesis, NHL 2K, Test Drive Le Mans 24 Hours. This is one of my favorite racing games. I love this game. I can't highly recommend this enough. I'm not a fan of like Le Mans at all, but somehow this game just slaps, as Rock and Robbie would say. Station. Anyway, Fighting Force number 2 for the Dreamcast, and then Centipede. This game is horrible. Like the graphics, everything about this game is horrible. But I gotta rebuild my collection, so I got it again anyway. Sega Sports NFL 2K. Great game. I love the 2K series. Wish it was still around. Madden has pretty much ruined, EA Sports has ruined the football landscape for video games anyway. WWF Attitude for the Dreamcast. This game is actually dedicated to the memory of Owen Hart, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And of course, I have it for all the other systems, but I wanted to get it for the Dreamcast again, of course. Tomb Raider Chronicles for the Dreamcast. Love the franchise. Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. Love the franchise. Then we got Trick Style for the Dreamcast. As you can see, it's like a arena-based trick game. Haven't really ever played it much, so I don't know that much about it, but check it out. Rippin' Riders, the snowboarding game. I love this game. It reminds me a lot of Cool Borders, even down to like the graphics and the style of the play. But it's for the Dreamcast. So, and I'll go down here because I didn't realize I had like other Dreamcast games. So, Sega Sports NFL 2K2 with Randy Moss on the cover. Love 2K football for the Dreamcast. When it first came out in 99, like it blew my mind. I was like, wow, this is possible. Like I'm old, so like the video games I was used to, I'd never imagined it would get to that point, and it was just such a giant jump from the PlayStation 1 to that. So, and of course we didn't have the PlayStation 2 yet, so and then we got, I think this is Xbox 360, Star Trek Legacy. I'm a huge fan of like Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Voyager. Sorry, that's somebody riding a mini bike outside my house continuously all day. So it's a kid I know that's friends with my daughter. Uh, so, EA Sports NASCAR Thunder 2004, one of the greatest NASCAR games ever made. I actually slightly prefer 2003, but that's just because I played it so much. This one's probably slightly better. I just prefer the 2003. I'm a huge NASCAR nut. One of the greatest beat 'em up games ever made. Don't care what system. I love this game. I love the franchise, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the Xbox, absolutely can't recommend it enough. If you want to beat 'em up for that generation, get this game, man. You're missing out if you don't already have it. And these are some Japanese import games I got for the PlayStation 2 because I get a lot of Japanese games as a professional wrestler. A lot of the New Japan, All Japan, and like the best wrestling games come out for it. But I also just enjoy playing other Japanese games. So this is Katamari. This is of course Gran Turismo 4, the Prologue Racing Pack. So this is Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. And then we got Soul Calibur. This is also the Japanese import game, Soul Calibur 2. Then we got Rez because I think only the US Rez only came out for the PSP. I wanted it for the actual PlayStation 2 because like I said, I have a Japanese console. As a wrestler, I'm going to go back over to Japan this year and buy a bunch of games while I'm over there. Hopefully, I'll be wrestling Madman Pondo. So it's going to be like a battle of the Madman that I'm going to go to. Also, I got NBA Live 2K2. Sorry, that was somebody opening the door, even though I have a sign on the door that says I'm making a video. People just choose not to read. But what can you do? Gran Turismo 2001. This is the Tokyo pack. And then we got, here's another. This is a convenience store, like owning your own convenience store for just a Japanese game. And you can only get these games in Japan. It's like if you owned your own 7-Eleven. So you have to be into that kind of stuff and simulation stuff to really enjoy it. But if you are, I recommend it. And you can get it. And if you don't know how to speak Japanese or read Japanese, you could always use Google Translate as you're playing it. Just hold your phone up to it and it'll translate pretty accurately what you're doing. Sonic Origins Plus for the PlayStation 5. So I haven't got to play it. Can't wait to check it out. Got that mostly for the kiddos so they can play it. My son's a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. And then I got Assassin's Creed Unity for the PlayStation 4. I actually found that at a Goodwill, so I picked it up. The show PS5 2024. And then we got PS5 Gran Turismo 7. Didn't realize I had so many Gran Turismo games in this video, but and then I got this from Walmart. All these PlayStation games were like on sale or marked down at Walmart, so I couldn't pass up the deal. Far Cry 6 for PlayStation 5, and then I got Resident Evil. Huge Resident Evil fan. So I got this game for the PlayStation 5, the remake. I haven't got to play it yet, but I can't wait. It's one of my favorite Resident Evil games. And then I got this game. Ironically enough, I got this game for like $15. But now if you go to from Walmart, but now if you go to Walmart and try to buy this game, it's $69.99. I don't understand that at all, but or why they're charging such prices. I'm sure it has to do with ridiculous stuff going on in the world. But I bought it for $15 at the time, so I'm lucky I did because like now you have to pay $70 for it for some ridiculous reason. But I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII. In fact, it was the first like RPG game that I really got into. I had played like the other ones, like for the Super Nintendo, at my friend Isaac's house. Shout out to Isaac. He's living in Arizona now, his best life. So we don't get to hang out as much anymore. But I got to talk to him on recently over the internet, through the power of the internet. He's doing good. Proud of him. So hopefully we'll hook up again one day when I'm on tour wrestling. Stop by and just see how he's doing. I got a Final Fantasy VIII, the 4 disc. This is actually from not EB Games. It's GameStop. That's where I got it from, and couldn't pass up the deal. Wish it came with a case. It didn't. And then I got Final Fantasy IX. It did come with the case, and I also got this from GameStop. It even came with the booklet and everything. But I mean, like I said, Final Fantasy VII. Anything after that, huge Final Fantasy fan. So I'm glad to have it. And then Oddworld, Abe's Exodus. This is some of the games that were stolen from me that if I see a game that I own that I don't have anymore, I pick it up. This is one of my favorite. This is the first NASCAR game for the PlayStation I ever owned. Still one of my favorites because it's one of the most realistic with the crash and damage. So I still play it. Unfortunately, you can only have like 22 cars in the field at a time, but it has the legendary Dave Marcus in it. So I love that because I'm just a Dave Marcus fan. Just his longevity in the sport. Running on a shoelace budget. How can you not support him? But anyway, so that's it. And like I said, it's one of my favorite NASCAR games, period, still to this day. But that's all the games for now. And those are my pickups. If you don't mind liking and subscribing, I'd appreciate it. You can also hit that little bell icon for notifications whenever I put out a video or do go live. But until next time, Dante's Game Room out. Bye-bye.